Hello, my name is Rupinder Syal and welcome to Spartan Tutorials. Today we are going to talk about how a rare event is triggering blood clots in the case of people getting the corona vaccine, especially the Covishield as well as the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So let's get started. So recently there have been many news reports about a rare blood clot event reported by some people receiving the first shot of corona vaccine. This happened especially in case of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine as well as the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And this has led to many countries stopping the use of these vaccines for people under the age of 55 because it was reported to be more frequent in women, especially under the age of 55. And some countries have outrightly banned it. For example, Cameroon, Congo, Denmark, Norway, they have banned these vaccines. They have other options. They have Pfizer vaccine, they have Moderna vaccines, other vaccines are available, so they can afford to do that. Okay, and this has led to a lot of suspicions among people, and people are hesitant to get the vaccine, and this has led to a lot of vaccine hesitancy. So this is a huge problem because already the world was reeling under the tragedy of COVID-19, and now the vaccines seem to show some problem. Although the WHO and the other regulatory authorities are still looking into it, there have been some promising reports about why it is happening and what could be the molecular mechanism behind this. The actual blood clot is a pretty rare one. It is called a venous thrombosis. And especially the location where it is taking place is pretty rare. Usually venous thrombosis happens in the legs, for example people going on long flights, but here the venous thrombosis is happening in the venous sinuses of the brain as well as the venous sinuses which drain the blood from intestines and other abdominal organs. So this is a pretty rare form of venous thrombosis. And also another thing to note about the incidences is that the people who got this venous thrombosis, who had these blood clots, they were having low amounts of blood platelets. Now blood platelets, as I would like to remind you, they are involved in promotion of blood clots. So if they had low number of blood platelets, why would they actually have blood clots, right? So this is an intriguing mystery, and there have been a lot of studies regarding this based on ELISA as well as antibody screening, and it has been found the vaccine triggered the formation of anti-PF4 antibodies. Now PF4, its other name is CXCR4. It is produced by mast cells which activates platelets. So it activates platelets, and that might be the mechanism by which these blood clots are happening, although we don't know for sure. I think that's the best that we can, and that's the best the medical professionals can say at this time. We really don't seem to know why it is happening and how to prevent it. There have been reports in New England Journal of Medicine recently about this vaccination and about the risks of the thrombosis and thrombocytopenia, the technical name for these blood clots after these vaccines. ChAdOx1 is the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, and Johnson & Johnson is also another vaccine which has reported these blood clots. So the common ingredient among both the vaccines is the adenovirus. Both are based on adenovirus vectors. In case of Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine, it is a chimpanzee version of the adenovirus. It infects chimpanzees, and in case of Johnson & Johnson, it is a human adenovirus. Now adenoviruses are pretty harmless vectors, and these are rendered totally harmless by essentially taking out all their genetic material and replacing it only with the spike protein, which is what they will produce when they enter the cells, and then they will produce the spike proteins on the infected cells, and that will trigger the immunity. That's how vaccination works. But the fact that these two vaccines have caused the rare blood clots points us to the possibility that maybe there is something in the adenovirus or the vector that they are using which is triggering that response. And another clue is that the mRNA vaccines, for example Pfizer, Moderna, these mRNA based vaccines have not had these problems at all. So as I said, WHO and other regulatory authorities are also investigating into it. And I would also like to mention that the rarity of these cases, the cases are not very much. The only reason I think why we are seeing this and it is being reported in news media, because there have been millions of vaccinations at once throughout the world. We have got 222 cases so far. These are blood clotting cases, these are not deaths. 222 cases for 34 million doses that have been administered so far. So it translates to roughly 6 per million. Now I'm not saying that the lives of 6 persons is not valuable. I'm just saying that these are very rare events. And actually there have been reports in many other publications about how the risk of getting a blood clot is actually higher for people who have just got corona positive. So COVID-19 infection can also lead to risk of blood clots, and that risk is about 34 or 35 per million. So actually the risk is much higher if you don't get the vaccine as compared to you get the vaccine. On the whole, people should not fear the vaccine. Now, another vaccine called the Sputnik V, which is made by Russia, also uses the same adenoviral vector, and they are kind of distancing themselves from this issue. They are saying that their vaccine is safe, but the problem is it is also based on adenovirus. So whether we will see these blood clotting events happening again with these vaccines, we don't know yet. Only time will tell. So that's my short report on the blood clots related to COVID vaccines. Let me know if you find this information useful. If you have any comments, do let me know in the comment section below. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. Till the next time we meet, take care and bye bye.